say a few words?
Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you for everybody for being here today and kind of weighing in on this. First thing I want to do is I want to recognize all the officers involved because this is a huge job, and it's really too big of a job for one person to try to manage this huge vote effort. So, I'm up here speaking today. Bob is absolutely 50% of all that, and at times more than 50% of the work, depending upon our schedules. So, I think everybody should really give Bob a round of applause for being on this executive team. I'm here to talk about the Get Out Soda today that we have going on that the executive committee approved. It is an ongoing process right now. And I'm here to persuade you to take part, those of you who have not taken part, who have not so far, who have not gone through our very brief orientation process. So, as a county, why when we have candidates that are running campaigns, do we need to get out the vote? I think as a party, there's a lot of us here that understand that there are people out there that we encounter day to day as we walk in our precincts and our communities who don't understand the urgency. There are those of you here in this room who understand it very much so at a national level, especially at a local level with our city council and our mayor and some of the people on the Pima County Supervisors Committee. We are very much staring at the abyss. We're almost at the point where there's not going to be any going back from where we're headed. And so, as a PC, you're the most powerful person and the most influential person in the precinct. I know there's a lot of definitions of what a PC does or what a PC is. But to me, what a PC is, and where you are at your most powerful, is when you are getting to know personally the people who live in your community, who you know, who maybe will turn off the ads on TV and maybe throw away junk mail and maybe not answer phone calls during election season, which I do myself. But they will never turn down people who they know, whose opinion they value. And so what we came up with as far as the Get Out the Vote plan was something that assured that you're going to be spending your time on what you do best, which is getting out and meeting people in your community. So when we stepped and we took a look back at what had been done in the past and what was effective and what wasn't effective, we felt like what we needed to do is be honest about how much time you have as a PC and what you're spending your effort on. There was a lot of work that you had to do in order to get to the point that you could even go and start walking in your community. You have to get walkers to go down to the office and get through the mail. You have to get door maker bags. You have to get literature. You maybe have to get masks. And so what we did is we assumed responsibility as the county party and basically just creating roads that everybody's going to walk on and creating infrastructure, which I believe is the proper role of the party, to enable everybody to do what's best for the party, and specifically in their own precinct. And so that's essentially what we did. So a lot of the stuff that you would have had to do before that might have been a pain, where you had gotten to the point where you said, my husband's away, or I'm busy, or my kids are sick, or something's going on with my parents, or any of those things, that you would get to the point where you're like, I just don't have time for this. We've taken all of that stuff off your plate. And this is being done in an effort to serve the PCs. To enable, again, you to do what PCs do best, which is shake hands and make friends in your community and be an influencer in the process. So that's sort of the first point where we have the support there now. This is not a situation where, like, well, you're PC, we would like you to do this, and let us know how it goes, and good luck. We're there to support you the whole way, myself, Bob Moss, really the whole executive committee, our interns, one of whom is here today, sitting in the back, John Soto, who's been with us all summer. None of this would have been able to be done. So not only are we giving you all the support that you need, but everything is going to be tracked. Because we just don't want to kind of do stuff, as Bob so aptly puts it a lot of time, hoping and praying that maybe it's going to work. This is just the first time we're going to do this. So we follow everything as it happens, down to the level of, when you go through our orientation procedure, part of what goes on is we figure out what it is that you're going to do in your precinct, or you may work outside your precinct if there's a need and you have the energy. Or what kind of work you're going to do, when you're going to do it, how much work you're going to do. And so we save all that information. And we also know the people that we've given to you on what block list. We know what they've done before as an individual and as a voter. And so if as a PC and somebody who's a volunteer in campaigns, if you've ever gotten to the point where you say, gosh, I'm just one person, what difference can I make? We actually can put a number on it. Because since we know what these people that you volunteer to contact, what they did last time, that's sort of our baseline. We're going to know after this election, when we get to the next voter discipline accounting, what those people did. So we're going to be able to actually come to you and say, you may not know what kind of difference you make, but we're going to be able to tell you what kind of difference you make. And from that, we're also going to be able to say, what is effective? Is walking more effective in the precinct? Is making phone calls more effective in the precinct? Is sending postcards more effective in the precinct? So when we come back and do this again, and we will do it again, we're going to have real data in our hands where we can look at, when we work on behalf of our candidates and trying to identify what do we have to do to win, we're going to be able to have a pretty good idea of what kind of increased effort we need, what more we need to do in any given precinct, in LD or elsewhere, in order to win those elections. So, what now? As I said, I'm here to try to persuade you to take part in this, and I haven't done all the training sessions. Bob has done some. There's been a handful of other people that run them as well, so I know a lot of you have gone through this. I'm not really here to twist your arm, and neither is Bob. I understand a lot of you are busy, and like I said, the design of the plan is try to do that in mind, so we don't waste your time. And it is worth your effort. You're able to see what the product of your effort is. But what we're asking of you, and you can see me or Bob after the meeting, or you can give us a phone call, or you can come see us when we're in the office, or what have you, is we just want 1 hour of your time. No commitments. Come in. We will meet you anywhere you want to meet. We've been to homes. We've been to all parts of the county. And again, this is just done in an effort to serve the PCs. I don't want you not being able to make it down to the office or be able to make it at a specific time that we would set to be a barrier to you going out and doing the important work it is that you have. So again, just 1 hour. The great part of this is you choose whether you want to participate, you choose how you want to participate, and you choose in what way you want to participate. We certainly have suggestions. I'm personally a fan of walking. I think it's statistics bear that out. I think it's very powerful when you have somebody show up at your door with a smiling face. You thumbs up over there. I mean, my personal story with walking precincts, and I've heard these from a lot of you as well, as everybody in this room, as long as you weren't appointed, if you were elected PC, you had to get signatures to get on the ballot or to be eligible to be a supervisor. I live on a great Republican street, and I'm very lucky for that. And so I didn't really have to go up, some large way, a very tiny little side street. I didn't have to venture off my side street in order to get enough signatures to get on the ballot or be deemed, because it wasn't a full precinct like many. It took me 3 hours to get those signatures, and it's because people wouldn't let me out of their house. Thank God. They learned, but thank God somebody from the party is here. So people are hungry for this out there. And this is one of the things that, if you take part in this, that you will encounter. People are interested when there's an election like this. You will encounter people who they will not let you out of their house. PC recruiting plays into that. So what we need to do when we encounter those people who won't let you out of their house, rather than you stay in their house, we bring them with you. So it's a great mechanism to recruit PCs and sort of broaden our base as well. We're very lucky with the city council election. We have 2 great candidates. But we also have a situation where this is a great test bed for this plan, because not every precinct that is involved in the city election, it's not the entire county. We have a lot of precincts, even in sections like LD10 that are a large portion of the city. There are still many numerous precincts that are outside of the city limits, but we can draw resources from those areas to sort of fix our shortfall, because we would like to have more PCs, and we are going to have more PCs. This is going to be a part of how we're going to do it. But in the next go around, that's not going to be the case. So what we're asking you is to spend 1 hour of your time. We will meet you anywhere and everywhere you can make it. It could be in your home, it could be, I guess, over the phone, if that's our only option. It could be in the office, it could be in a restaurant. So we prefer not to do it somewhere where there's going to be Democrats listening to us. So there's been an email to Tom, Bob Moss, you should have all gotten. I've made some calls, we sent some emails, and we talked to a lot of people personally. I believe we've been in front of every LD. Now, I've been in front of you here for this meeting. So one way or the other, we'd like to hear from you. If you're busy, you have something else going on, I certainly would not presume to tell you what should be the most important thing going on in your business. We're just asking for 1 hour of your time to explain really how worthwhile this is going to be for you, and how easy it's going to be, and rewarding in the sense that all of your work, you're going to see the effort, and it's going to be spent on the things that matter most. Just being a PC and getting to know the people in your community. I want to thank all of you for being here today, and Carolyn for letting me speak. Bob Moss again for all his efforts, and John Soto, my intern, being here today. Thank you, everybody.
You know, if you have been in the office recently, you've met some of these young interns, and they are absolutely fabulous on the computer and everything else. And does it help to walk? What did Ben Mueller's, the fellow who spoke for him today, how many doors did they knock on? Was it like 16,000? And it seems like that Allie Miller to win knocked on something like 15,000 doors. We just have to go and get our community back because it makes so much difference. Okay, we have results. All right. Let's see. Okay. I call the meeting back to order. We'll have the report from our Cali committee.
Okay, we went through and checked the vote several times. The vote, yes. Can you hear me now? Yes. Vote yes, 154. Vote no, 91. Total votes cast, 245.
Yes, okay, we will now announce that the bylaws have passed. Thank you all very much for coming to the meeting today. And now it's time to just go ahead and get out and move the attendance. I would like